Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick peek at the chat here. Let's see if you guys can see me, if you can hear me. Okay. Alright, no spoilers in the chat. Let me know if you can see me, you can hear me. Alright. Alright, great. So it looks like everything's good here. Looks like everything's great. Alright, if you guys are hearing a little bit of a static, that's my radiator. It'll go off eventually. I'm excited for this one. Let's let's tune into some savagery, right? Gonna throw these on for the OST. All right. As always, I'm not gonna be reading every panel here. I'm gonna assume that everybody that's watching has already read it. But I'll try to keep you in tune with what page I'm on as best as I can. All right, I'm over at OnePieceChapters.com, reading the TCB scan version of chapter 1004. 1004. 1004. All right. Whew. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. I see a bunch of hey Randys in there. Oh man, we're already starting with a super chat already. I haven't even read the chapter yet. My guy Juan Carlos Campos, savage, woke up early for this. I work nights. Oh man, I know about that, man. I know about that. A lot of times I've had to do nights for different movies and things like that. Entire movies, working nights. Nights are rough. Nights can be rough. I'm personally a night owl myself. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you. We're getting into the chapter right now. 1004. Whoo, look at the title of this chapter, people. Look at the title of this chapter. Look at the title. Look at the title. Kibi Dango. Let's get some dangos flying. That's the agenda over here. If there's any sort of agenda, let's get some dangos flying. All right, we got Chopper. He's eating with he's eating something called Rumble. Looks like some candy. Rumble ball candy. All right, sharing with a squirrel and a monkey. Okay. Moving on. First page of the chapter. Oh, we got our girl Speed back. Okay, all right. These are a special kind of dango. Whoo! Oh. Yes. Use the people you've taken control of to get other people to eat the dangos. Oh man, that's savage. Oh, I'm loving this. All right, so we got Speed here. She just recruited some people to the team. Oh, are they gonna get Briscola also? Briscola is this guy with the gorilla. He ate one. Yeah. See, this is the reason why Oda spent so much time giving these people names and telling us who they are, because they're going to be on our side. Oh. They should help you heal faster? Okay. Little Oda box to remind us who Speed is. Wow. This is some propaganda right here. Okay. Nope, we got the flashback. We're about to find out how the tiny terror the Dango Destroyer. I made it to Onigashima. She came on Speed's ship. Okay. She is sweating over here, pulling these dangos out. Look at that. Oh man, yeah. Thomas said, "I want to see it." Yeah. Well, I love to see it. Let's go. A Wano without Orochi or Kaido. You know, over here we believe Orochi is her dad. Okay, so young Kurozumi Otama here is saying she wants a Wano without her dad, as far as my headcanon is concerned. A Wano where Momo is Shogun. Oh man, this is great. This is great. And you know what's also great about this is I believe I am on the next page here that has Daifugu and Gazelle Man, which I guess this means that Daifugu is also been dangoed, as well as Gazelle Man. Okay. This panel here, where it says, but first we must hide and wait for our chance. And we see Onigashima and the thing. This is basically like taken out of the folklore from Momotaro. If you watch the Tama video, I actually used this part in the video, where you see the ship from afar and you see Onigashima in the distance. So this is definitely a nod here to Momotaro. All right. Wow. We got Gazelle Man running out, throwing dangos in everybody's mouths. Oh, and we know that Daifugu has that gun. Is he going to be shooting the dangos? Let's see. I'm a changed man. Let's forget the past. Okay. Wow, he is force feeding these dangos. This is this is intense. Are we going to get complete confirmation that Tama was the shadow in this chapter? Let's see. Okay, looks like we're moving on. I'm on to the page where we're at the right brain tower, and we're getting some more Frankie and Sasaki. If that is all of the Tama action that we get this chapter, that was some fine writing, Oda. That was great. General left. Great. General Frankie has stopped the horn. Okay. Out of all of the fights that are going on, this is my favorite one. This is the one I wanted to see more of, and I do still want that confirmation that Sasuke is Kokoro's son. Okay, General Frankie tossing some dinosaurs around like it's nothing. Let's go. Okay. We've got, I'm at the part where a bunch of Kaido's men, part of the armor corps that work with Sasaki, have Frankie held down. They're holding him still. Alright, so I'm on the next page after that now. Okay. Usopp, Nami, and Tama are showing up to the Frankie fight. Now, this is something I never saw, but I love it. You love to see it. Let's see. Uh, Usopp and Nami yelling help. This is great. Looks like, I mean, is that page 1 among the people that is chasing after them? It kind of looks like page 1. I'm looking at this panel of all the people that are chasing after the Tama group here. We got a giraffe, a bear. That might be page 1. All right. You go, Tama. I think I'm on the next page here where she says, "That's why I'm here to even the odds." Yes. All those black stones on the go board are about to get flipped. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Yes, 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 it's one of Usopp's lies. They're all working for them. This is incredible. This is incredible. Is that... Why does this wolf guy look like Jabra? Oh, man. This is incredible. I haven't even made it to the end of the chapter. This is a 10 out of 10. Okay. I'm on the next page, the double spread with Sasuke, Frankie getting out of the way of Sasuke. Okay. All right, Ulti's on the move. She's charging after Nami. Beware of lightning. Okay. Whoo! Thunderlance tempo. Let's go. Let's go. This is what we want to see here. You'll love to see it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm on the next page. Hisatsu! Kibidango Star! I've been saying it. I've been saying it. Let's get those dangos flying. Let's get Usopp shooting some dangos. Oda watches the channel. Confirmed. Let's go. Everyone follow my lead. Tama's my new goat right here. Tama top 5. Okay, this is why if anybody caught that top 30 stream that I did with Sensei Inc. There's a reason why Tama was number 2. Oh man. All right, I'm on the next page. This is incredible. Oh, Frankie brought out the sword. Okay. Ooh, Frankie showing us something new. My guy, I'm on the next page. Castle interior, 3rd floor, great banquet hall. All right, getting some more Sanji and Black Maria stuff. She's got Sanji all webbed up. Wow, that size difference is more noticeable than ever here. Now, call Nico Robin here. How interesting. Why would Black Maria be interested in Nico Robin? That seemed to have been Big Mom's deal. I mean, this person here with the eye looks like they're going to rip this paper off and it's going to be Robin. Let's see. Nah, it's not. Let's see. If you face this girl while you speak, your voice will be projected through the whole castle. Do that, you'll be free to go. Master Kaido's orders. Alright. I love this panel of Sanji. You shouldn't underestimate Nico Robin. My guy. Yeah. Alright, we got Bao Wong here. This chapter feels like it's 30 pages long, and I love it. Live floor. I see them. I know where they are. See, I knew this was like some sort of security camera thing with the eyes, and that all of them were connected like some sort of hive mind. Yeah. It's a lot of W's this chapter. You know, not to brag, but there's a lot of W's. The scabbards. Okay. Yeah, they are not looking good. All right, we got King back. So the scabbards are in their treasure room. So there might be something in that treasure room that they don't want to be found. Or it could just be that, you know, they just want to get rid of the samurai, which is, you know, completely understandable as well. Interesting. Will Black Maria actually go downstairs? Will she leave this? What you gonna do, Sanji? I'm on the next page with Bao Wong. Now we have a rat with this this paper. So we had a cat. Now we have a rat, mouse. 10 people in the room. 10 of them. There should only be that's someone extra. Who's in there? Who's in there? Come on. Let's see. Let's see. So dark, can't see clearly. Someone's helping the samurai. There's definitely somebody there. Somebody else. Hacha. Wow, they are not looking good. They are looking messed up. Whew. Especially Kiku. She is not looking good. Who could it be now? Who could it be now? Well, looks like a woman. So, did Hiyori make it to Onigashima? Is she there? It's definitely someone who would have some sort of a connection with this. But, you know, Hiyori didn't really have that sort of bang dropping down. Yeah. Okay. Break next week. Alright, guys, I'm coming over. I see Enel in the chat. You think the little drooping thing is his earlobe? Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh man, oh man.
Savage.
Alright. Yeah, Gin, 100% it's Gin. Definitely. Definitely. Grew his hair out over the time skip. I'm for it. I'm here for it. Alright. Toki could be. I've never believed that Toki died. Vivi. Oh, man. I mean, you know, let's just have all of my goats in one chapter. No, I don't believe it's Vivi. Hiyori or Toki makes the most sense. Yeah, Reese. This was a fan service chapter for Randy Troy over here. Yeah, it could actually be Yamato. That's a possibility as well, but I mean, why shadow it out? But then also there would be more than 10 people in there because Yamato's not leaving Momonosuke's side. I don't think that it's Fukurokuju because while, you know, Fukurokuju also has the, you know, the Enel earlobes and all of that, it's the shape of the shadow is very feminine to me. Very feminine to me. So I'm you know, if we're going to get toward the end game here, if everything is going to end here, it's got to be Hiyori or Toki. My guy AJ 1218.
Savage.
Beware of lightning. Getting hit by it can lead to heart problems. Nami, she's right. Having best girl hit by lightning has caused my heart to break. Oh. Well, I don't think that Ulti's down for the count. Ulti's gonna get back up. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna run back in the chat a little bit to see if I missed anything. So many people are saying it. It's a no. I love it though. I love it. you know, but you have to realize, guys, it has to be someone that actually would care about the scabbards in the first place. Let's see. Bonnie? No, we would need more information on Bonnie getting there. It's a mystery character on the boat with Marco and Izo. Look at the clothes. Let's see. Let me get back to this. Maybe. I mean, you know, it's some striped clothing there, but without the colors, it's, you know, that would be hard to tell. Yes, Chin, my wish came true. it's Scabber Gabon, well, that would feed I'm D King's agenda. But I still think it's a female. But the chin could be Scopper, I guess. I don't know. It's Boss Omasa. Yeah, we can't forget about Boss Omasa. Tanner Padilla.
Savage.
He had to donate for the Tama agenda, throw some more fuel on the fire. Yes, the Dango Destroyer, the Tiny Terror, our goat of the channel, Kurozumi Otama. Oh, man. She really did come on an enemy ship. You know, I had said, you know, she probably tamed, you know, some beast pirates and came over with them. I even mentioned at one point, you know, if Speed was going to show up, I was not expecting Gazelle Man or Daifugu. Daifugu was the huge surprise. That I really liked. The fact that she basically kidnapped Daifugu from Udon and probably just left Babanuki there by himself. Caribou, maybe. I'm on the Hiyori or Toki train. Hiyori makes the most sense. Toki if Oda wants to go for a loop. The big shining thing would be if we get some resolution on the scar, because I've always felt that the scar that Toki got was going to come back. There was too much emphasis on it, an entire panel on the shape of the scar. And as a storyteller, you would set that up because at some point, you know, you would have, and not that I necessarily believe this, but, you know, you would have a moment where Hiyori, you know, has part of her, you know, clothing ripped off to where the scar would be shown, and then you would realize, oh, it was Toki the whole time. Not that I necessarily believe that, but that would be a way to utilize setting up that scar. So if we see that scar, then we know that it's Toki. Not that I, you know, believe that Toki and Hiyori are the same person. You know, none of that. But it's possible. But I'm not going there. But Toki very well could have sent herself into the future to where the prophecy would be coming true. To see things through and to navigate everything to get to, you know, where it needs to happen. And if that would happen, then yes, this would be confirmed as the night in question, the moonlit night 20 years later. And that would force us to finish this whole thing here. Yeah. What's next for Sanji, in my opinion? Well, I still believe that... I also... I mean, to go along with this, I have to say that, you know, I have been saying that I want Robin and Brooke to show up to fight Black Maria, because it would be a callback to Thriller Bark when they fought Talaran, right? Going up against a spider again, it just makes sense. Also, I'd just like to see Robin fight Black Maria, because 8 legs on a spider, Robin can create, you know, 8, 16, a million legs if she wants. So it would be an interesting fight. So to have Black Maria call out Robin is fun. So I think that Robin and Brooke are going to show up. Brooke will probably take Sanji down from the webbing, and then he'll, like, try to, you know, trust Brooke to, you know, watch after Robin. Robin will probably say some sort of, you know, smart comment about how, you know, she can handle Black Maria by herself and all this, and, you know, we'll all get really great feels as Sanji goes on to either fight one of the commanders or get up to the roof. Sanji's fight does not end here. This is just a way for Oda to keep Sanji out of the action so that he can utilize him at a pivotal moment with some Mr. Prince type stuff, or to show up in the nick of time to save someone at some point up top or elsewhere. All right. Loggy doggy.
Savage.
This money's for beer only. Diaper Fund has enough already. Yeah, well, you'll see when you have a kid someday. But thank you for that, Loggy. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's Kuina confirmed. These comments are great, guys. These are great. Swoop slap. Yep, he made it all the way from East Blue. Yeah. 2021, the year Whoop Slap makes his move. Tama Rising. Tama, the main character of Two Piece, confirmed. Who knows? Sanji versus Jack is a possibility, for sure, because, the way I would rationalize Sanji versus Jack would be that Sanji led the team that went to Zou initially, so he knew about all of the destruction that Jack had done first, before anybody else, before Luffy or Zoro or anybody else that would, potentially take Jack on. But while I would like to see it, I don't know if that's the strongest way to go. I think that Sanji versus Queen is too obvious. Queen. He fights Okama. He's the second commander. We got to have Sanji fight the second commander. He's got a connection to Judge. It's like that's almost too obvious for me. It's so obvious that I feel like there may even be a moment in a chapter where we think that it's going to happen, and then it's going to get subverted, and Sanji's going to go somewhere else and fight someone different. I love that there was the skirmish with King. I think that Sanji also has a stake in fighting Paraspero, and like saving Carrot and Wanda. I could see Oda doing that. But I mentioned this before, but I think if anybody was going to fight Jack, that it should be Yamato. Because Yamato is Kaido's son, but Jack is also Kaido's son. It's like Kaido looks at Jack as, I almost feel like, his real son. The chapter where Jack got hurt, Kaido was very fatherly to Jack in like the way that he was speaking to him. So Yamato versus Jack would be, like this fight for, who's the real child. Because obviously Yamato is going to break free of Kaido's grasp here. Damien's
Savage.
Put Tama in charge of vaccine distribution. Yes. We'd probably get out of this pandemic if that was the case. Alright, looking back at some of the chat here. Let's see. Don't I think that Frankie should be on the roof with his sword instead of Kid? Yeah, of course. I think anybody should be up there instead of Kid. You know, Eustace Vice Captain Kid up there. Yeah, I don't know. We've talked about this ad nauseum on the channel, that Kid needs to do something. That Kid is severely lacking, and you know, but his captain, Killer, you know, captain of the Kid Pirates, Massacre Soldier Killer, he's doing a bang up job up there. Wanze, you guys are just throwing anything out here. Shushu's back. He ate a human model devil fruit. Ah, great. That's great. Everybody gangsta until Shiroshi's shark finishes up. With his giant mermaid weight training. Alright. Tama's not gonna die, guys. Definitely not. Oda's not that dark. He'd never kill a child. So we don't need to worry about that. My guy Ryo.
Savage.
We knew that they could probably see through the eyes, but it seems like a devil fruit now. Can't be Bao Wong since she's a smile. The Ace Beast pirate power? You're always flexing on me, Ryo. I'm gonna make you a mod. Yeah, I initially was like, could it be Bao Wong and all of that? But you know, I said this a few reviews back. I was like, no, I was asking people, I was like, is there anything mythical about squirrels that maybe I don't know about, that like they're all knowing, they're all seeing? I came up blank on that front, so it has to be a power. Unless it's some sort of magic, something from the Third Eye Tribe. I don't know. But who would be the ace in the Beast Pirates? It's a little late in the game to be getting, new characters and all of that. Someone said kind of a dead chapter. Are you blaspheming on the best chapter of the year? That's probably going to be most people. They're going to be like, man, we weren't up top. There was no Kaido. We didn't get hybrid form. We didn't get Luffy and Zoro and all this. No. This is what we want. Because nothing hype can happen up top anymore unless we build downstairs. It's storytelling. It's proper storytelling. All right? This isn't a setup chapter. This is an execution chapter. Things were already set up. Here they came to fruition. This was an incredible chapter. This is what I've been waiting for. Do I think that Zoro deals the final blow with Enma? I could see a tag team between the two of them. Luffy and Zoro. I'd feel more comfortable with that than, Luffy doing it by himself. I just don't think that I think that he needs the help. So, and then he can use that motivation to grow so that he doesn't want that help going forward, so he continues to train until he can take on someone like Shanks or Blackbeard by himself. Tama definitely does not have death flags. No. She's joining the crew. She's joining the crew. She's going to be the cabin girl. Get ready, guys. Get ready. All right? I don't mean to gloat, I don't mean to brag, but how many W's did we have this chapter? I'm putting my chips on Tama. AJ.
Savage.
Oda would never kill a child, that is right. Oda lets the stairs from Zoro's home do it for him. You're gonna get a double savage for that.
Savage.
I'm eating my words. Alright. He would never kill a child in the present. Let me clarify, right? Yes. Okay. Alright, fine. He did. He killed a child, and he killed a child within the first 5 chapters of the story. You got me. Reese, I'm with you. I said, I prefer these chapters than the ones we had up top, honestly. Yeah. Oda does love his silhouettes. He ate the silhouette no me. Who's the 10th guy? It's not a guy. It's going to be a girl. Yeah, Sanji's moment was great. Rah rah.
Savage.
Mystery person has to be connected to Law in some way, right? Since I assume he sent the scabbards down to whoever that is. That's a fun thought. Yeah. Because it would be very convenient for Law to just manage to send the scabbards right to wherever Hiyori or Toki is. I guess it would be more convenient if it was Hiyori. It would be less convenient if it was Toki, because you would assume that Toki would have some sort of knowledge, maybe if she can see, and, prophesize that she would know that that's where they would be. Yeah. It's either... It's Beppo, Penguin, and Chachi. They're down there. No. It's interesting. It's an interesting thought. I'd love to speculate that, it was something set up by Law. But then there would have to be some sort of a conversation between someone that already knows about the... everything going on with the samurai. Could it be Kanjuro? Yeah. But there's 10 people, right? But the thing also is, now that I'm thinking about it, without Kanjuro, would there have been 9 people sent down there? Wouldn't there have only been 8? Or am I forgetting someone? I'm forgetting something. Kinemon, Denjiro, Raizo, Kiku, Ashura Doji, Kawamatsu, Inuarashi, Nekomamashi. And then that's Kanjuro, right? Or am I missing somebody? Because then it would leave room for 2 people to be down there. Izo. Missing Izo. Izo was the is the 9th. So yeah, so there's 9 people down there, and then I don't know. All signs point to Hiyori or Toki, and I can entertain other ones, but I just don't. I don't know. But Randy, no one cares about story. We just want to see hype. Right. Do I think this rules out the Grand Fleet? So the thing with the Grand Fleet is that at the end of Dressrosa, right, we got the same sort of narration that we got at the end of the Bonaro Island fight with Ace and Blackbeard, where it was like this event, or this group will be responsible for something that changes the shape of the world, right? So whereas the Ace and Blackbeard fight happened outside of the story but influenced like this massive saga, I believe that the Grand Fleet is going to somehow get caught up in something completely separate from Wano, but it's going to set up the final war. So I don't really see the Grand Fleet coming, but that would be hype. We do have the Go board, and the only way to really win at this point is to add more people, right? Put more stones on the board. The only ways to do that is either the Revolutionary Army shows up or the Grand Fleet shows up. So while it's still possible, I still, based off of, past track record, I think that it's going to be something different that the Grand Fleet is going to be used for, but I'm still, I still believe that the Revolutionary Army could show up at some point in this act or a later act, after, more likely in a later act after we learn what happened to them, so that we knew that they were coming. So, I mean, that would be a strong writing device by Oda, because if he had stayed in the Reverie and then something happened that set up that the Revolutionary Army was going to come to Wano, then we would be sitting here expecting them to come the whole time. And that ruins part of the surprise. But if we go back to the Reverie and then learn that they're supposed to come, maybe after some sort of a silhouette at the end of, Act 3 that shows that maybe they're there, then, these are things that I could see Oda doing, right? And of course, why would the Revolutionary Army show up? Because that's where they're manufacturing the weapons, and CP0 is there, and, there's so much tying, and anybody who's watching has probably watched other stuff on the channel, and I have talked ad nauseum about the Revolutionary Army and their claim to Wano. Kami Anime S, my guy, I'm gonna mod you. The chapter was amazing. It wasn't pretty good, it was amazing. Best chapter of the year, 10 out of 10. My goat Tama, I love it when I'm right. Love it even more when I'm wrong. But there were so many W's this chapter that I gotta say, it's like I wrote this chapter. That's too far. Let's see. Drake 10th guy? I don't know. I think Drake's caught up. Ultimate Price.
Savage.
Enel is shook by 3 Yonko on the roof. Toki or Hiyori? I'm leaning toward Hiyori. I'd like it to be Toki. I've always felt that Toki didn't die. So but it makes more sense for it to be Hiyori. Toki would be more interesting. Zakaria. Did I finish reading the chapter? I sure did. Loved it. Very motivated. I wonder if Tama's Kibi Dangos lose effectiveness as she makes more or gets tired. She looks so spent. Yeah, so I mean, especially in that flashback, it looked like she was using up her stamina. But one big question that I had on the channel, was just like, hey, can she only control 3, 5 people at a time or whatever? But now we know that it's seemingly unlimited. There was a veritable army a gifter army that we have been talking about on the channel behind them, chasing after Frankie. So, this is awesome. I think as long as she's got the stamina to go at it, everything's going to be fine. But something I just thought of, much like Sugar, if Tama gets knocked out, they may get reversed. Her power may work like Sugar's. So it's Operation Protect Tama at all costs. Tama is the biggest Chad. Remy D. My guy. Look, I'm at the part in the chat where everybody was telling me that I forgot about Izo. Scrolling down further. Zacharias. So I thought so too. Initially. If you run back, when I saw the girl that they were talking about with the paper on her face, I was like, I feel like they're going to rip this off and it's going to be Robin. But then the way the scene played out made it seem like maybe that's not the case. Although that would be a great moment for Robin, because we know she was an assassin for many years. She's got her own Mr. Prince ways about her. She could have come to, she and Brooke went upstairs. They may have figured it out, and then, we get this like whole cake moment with Brooke, and the Mother Carmel thing, wearing the Luffy face, and here they both have papers on their faces with the eye on it. That would be pretty neat, and that's how they save Sanji. I'd be okay for that. Didn't I think Vivi would show up with Sai and Leo? Yeah, I still do. But if the Revolutionary Army shows up, then that's the possibility as well. Because it can really go two ways for Vivi, right? Because Sabo has a Viva card that points to Luffy, and Sai and Leo. So it really comes down to what happened to Sabo. If Sabo got captured, then it's up to Sai and Leo to bring Vivi to the Straw Hats. But if the Revolutionary Army is already going to the Straw Hats, then Vivi could be with them. Ultimately, I think that Vivi is going to return to the crew by the end of this arc, because of the events of the Reverie, and that in chapter 910 it was foreshadowed that Luffy wanted to see Vivi again. So it seems like the kind of thing that by the end of the arc, that's what's going to happen. Amazing chapter indeed. Does this chapter imply that Thomas Fruit doesn't work on Zoans? It does not, because there was no, the way we will know if Thomas' power doesn't work on his own is if Usopp shoots that Dango into Page One's mouth and then continues to have his own consciousness. Oda knows that we want to know the answer to that question. He knows. And I think we're going to find out at some point. There's no confirmation on that. Cheeker. Tom has done more in this chapter than Kid in the last 12 years. Facts.
Savage.
AJ.
Savage.
I guess it's Hiyori with her brother's Ame no Habakiri. It was mysteriously absent, and she will wield it and then give it to Momo once she defends the 9. Maybe. I mean, if she's on Onigashima, she's definitely got the Ame no Habakiri with her, which would be a good addition in the event that one of Zoro's swords breaks, like the Sandai Katetsu, at which point she could then toss him the Ame no Harakiri, and then he can really channel full Odin. How did the W's feel? Oh, man. They feel like the 23rd letter of the alphabet. Yeah, Kami. Tama was definitely bringing the heat. Silhouette is funny. If it's Scopper, that's crazy. I mean, because you got to realize, like, there is a chance that we could get some, Roger pirates in this fight, right? Because Odin sailed with Roger as well. It wasn't just Whitebeard. So it's not just on the remnants of the Whitebeard pirates to defend Odin's memory. We could get some Roger pirates, but it's also broken. But if we're gonna have the greatest war we've ever seen, then we need that. What do I think Nami will do to increase her lightning? Well, Nigel, I think she's got to get Zeus back, for one. I don't know. I think that's going to be the mission, is to get Zeus back. Lightning as a whole has proven to be, pretty ineffective to most people. So, and honestly, it's like if Nami managed to take out Ulti with her lightning, it would make Big Mom look pretty bad for not being able to do more to kill her and Zoro. Or is it a testament to Killer and Zoro for standing up to it, and then just Ulti is actually weaker than we think? There's, then it becomes into this sort of I'm gonna have to take a trip to Power Scalers Anonymous for that. Geo, my guy. Welcome to the party, my man. Future Mech.
Savage.
Since Toki's death was never shown, Oda has that flexibility with her. If it's her shadow, then what do you think she'd do at the battle? So yeah, this is the same reason why I'm open to the idea of Sukiyaki not being dead, because we never saw him die. And it would make more sense for Orochi to have tortured Sukiyaki. We never saw Toki's death. The idea would be that she would want to see the prophecy through. So, it might be some sort of Doctor Strange and Infinity War type thing. I would love if her fruit, gave her that ability to see 14 million, ways that everything can go, and there's just that one thing that's gonna make everything happen. So she's just going around and trying to manipulate the pieces in place. I think that now this actually could very well be a possibility here, right? That it will get revealed that it's Hiyori, right? But then Hiyori will show up, or we'll see the scar, and we'll see the arrow thing, and we'll see that Toki was actually impersonating Hiyori, so that no one knew that it was Toki. That Toki came from the future. She landed a little bit. She watched Hiyori from afar, and then styled her hair like that, because we know that they look identical. And as long as the anime proves that they had the same color hair, which why wouldn't they, then the two of them can do a little swap-a-roo. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that Oda would do it to where Hiyori was Toki all along, but I think that Oda could pull a Toki as Hiyori right now. What would she do at the battle? Just move the pieces in place. All right. Chill with the kid slander. I'll chill with the kid slander when he does something great, and then I'll respect him. Hey Jay,
Savage.
I think Momo needs to wield the Ame no Habakiri at some point. He has had his moment to declare he is Odin's son. Now he needs to show it. So, let's say hypothetically that Sandai Kitetsu breaks, right? And if Hiyori is on Onigashima with Ame no Habakiri, then Zoro could use that temporarily for the fight. Then I would see a situation where, since Zoro knows that Ame no Habakiri is Momonosuke's sword, he gives the sword back to Momonosuke, but then he goes back and picks up Shusui. Or is given the Nidai Kitetsu by Tengiyama Hitetsu, a.k.a. Kosuke Sukiyaki. Oh, and it goes without saying, guys, that Tama is the undisputed most valuable player of this chapter. What if the time fruit is used again? I think it would be... I don't think that Oda would go this route, but, it would be interesting if, like, the time fruit was used to push Luffy into the future, and he just sort of, like, lands on, he's on Onigashima or whatever, and it's like everybody else has been decimated, and he's got to, like, find the crew again. He doesn't know how many years it's been. That would be something that would just throw the whole community for a loop. It would have so many questions and all this stuff, and then, like, now Kaido and Big Mom have gotten the ancient weapons. Meanwhile, the crew has been hiding, and they've been in training, and they've been led by Zoro for a little bit. That would be fun, and that would be crazy. I don't see it happening, but that would be... It'd be an interesting way for the story to go that would be, like, unexpected. Kami Anime S.
Savage.
Tama is like, what's a kid? Yeah. And Randy, do you think Vivi will show up in 1010? Since it will be 100 chapters since Luffy had a foreshadowing, maybe. I don't know. That's a possibility. Oda is a madman when it comes to numbers. I think that would depend on whether or not this act ends. It's that's really what it comes down to. Like, is this act going to end? Are we going to leave this and see what's going on with the Reverie? I'd like to. I mean, like, I'm starting to have fun now that we're getting into, the things that I want to see. But when it really comes down to the things I want to see, those things are outside of this whole fight at the Reverie. Everything. I want to know how this is going to end, and how this is going to end is going to be completely relevant and related to the events that happen at the Reverie. Because CP0 is here. Guarantee they had a conversation with the CP0 agents that are over at the Reverie. They've got to be coming over as well. This fight is going to get a lot more bigger, a lot more larger before it, starts to dwindle down. My radiator finally turned off, so the static should be gone, everybody. Is Toki married to Yamato? She's Odin's wife, after all. I could see Yamato saying something like that. It's Randy himself in that last panel, crying tears of joy for Tama. That would be a pretty funny meme. One big dingus. That's correct. The fight needs to end in front of the citizens of Wano. That's why they'll lose here. Yep. They need to see Kaido fall. That's how it always happens. You know, it's like when Luffy beat Crocodile. It wasn't until he punched him into the square where everybody could see him, you know, defeated. Doflamingo, the fight didn't end at the castle. It ended in the town where he punched him all the way in there. Even the fight against Lucci, sure, it happened in that little isolated tower, but the final hit was, you know, seen by everybody on those ships, you know, during the Buster Call. It's the way Oda does it. There's not enough of an audience for this fight yet, so that's why I know it's not going to end. But the fact that the Onigashima is heading to Wano allows that to happen. Skypiea. Enel, sure, was up in the sky, you know, with the bell, but the thing is that everybody was out of their homes, and they were on those little boats trying to escape the island because of the Raigo. So they were able to see their god defeated. This is the way Oda does it. Patterns all across the way. We got 1,004 chapters of patterns.
Savage.
Yamato is the Beast Pirate's ace. You have to remember, in most card games, an ace is either the top card or the bottom card. Yeah. I mean, I can get with that. I can get with that for sure. And, you know, there's also the idioms and the phrases that go along with aces. You know, aces are generally a sneaky card. You know, it's something you don't expect. It's something you didn't see. And we didn't know about Yamato until the fight started. So, Yamato was the ace up Kaido's sleeve, but at the same time, wants nothing to do with Kaido. Ugh.
Savage.
But under the Beast Pirates, she is worth lower than a 2. With the Raiders, she is a secret top card. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for the Alliance, that ace is worth 11. Yep. Alexander Massaro.
Savage.
I think the girl with the paper on her face is definitely Robin, or one of Robin's clones, since her panel appears right before Sanji said to not underestimate her. Yeah, I mean, you know, I agree with you. I even said immediately as I read it, I was like, this looks like Robin behind the paper. So I think that there is a chance that Robin and Brooke are hiding in there already with papers on their faces, similar to the Tea Party with the Luffy masks. But it could very well be someone else. But the thing is that character has the same like ponytail that Robin had. Like we know that there was someone in there that looked like Robin because Oda just can't help but draw women the same. But this particular panel was given its own close-up, and it was someone that we hadn't seen before, so it leads me to believe that it's possibly Robin. I'm not 100% on it, you know, but I would like to see that. I think that would be a fun thing, you know. Hey, here I am. You've been looking for me? Zahir, how's it going? I'm good. I'm good. I'm great after this chapter too. This is this chapter. This chapter is going to hold strong until the end of the year. I'll tell you that. As far as top tens go. Vishal, yeah. So that's my hesitance with it. Is that, like, Black Maria made it seem like it was almost like that person's power to do it, but then I'm also taking it as all of the papers are connected. So it doesn't matter who is wearing it, as long as, you talk into it or something like that, you're gonna get that out there. And I don't believe that Oda would just randomly show this girl and say that it's her power without giving her an Oda box. It's someone else's power. It's someone else's power. Or it's some sort of Third Eye Tribe magic. So, we'll see. Who plays One Piece Bounty Rush? I do. Kami Anime S, my guy.
Savage.
What if Oda's one step ahead of us, which he always is most of the time, but this arc isn't a 5-act Kabuki play, and Oda throws his hat into something else? And how's the Dragon Ball Super journey? So, for those of you who don't know, on Twitter, I've been doing a blind watch of Dragon Ball Super. I never watched it when it came out, and I hadn't really watched anything Dragon Ball, in almost 20 years, when, like, Z ended. But I just finished the Zamasu Future Trunks saga arc, and I loved that. It was really the first thing that I liked. The first two arcs were like a real drag to get through. I like Beerus and Whis as as characters. I think that they're great additions, but the introduction arc that they had was weak. The Frieza stuff was weak. Could have been better. The Universe 6 tournament was kind of fun. There were a lot of elements of that I actually did like, but then when we got to Future Trunks and it was like getting like to like some Terminator type stuff with Mai and all of that, I was like, okay, now I'm interested. But to your other question, so do you think are you saying like he could throw in a wrench and it's actually a 3-act structure? Maybe, but I think that I believe that everybody's right on track with it being a 5-act structure, because he's got the curtains closing. It's so rooted in Japanese culture that I see that being the case. It's like the chapter was fan made by me. That's what Foreign Guy just said. Yeah, Trap Call Quest. Yeah, Electric Relaxation's one of my notifications on my phone. Sirens blaring. Yeah, they're coming for me. How many chapters do I think until we go back to the rooftop? Hopefully a lot, personally. And I knew that Oda would do this. I said this in the video I put out recently. Because obviously I do the reactions here, but I've still been doing reviews. And a lot of people liked the last one that I did. I had fun with that one, and it was fun speculating all of the stuff with the Go board and everything like that. And, you know, here we go. 1004. Things are coming true. But there's a lot of stuff to figure out. And just as Oda did with Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, you know, hiding their silhouettes, or giving us the silhouettes and hiding their actual design for several chapters, we could be getting that with the Kaido hybrid form. I'd like to get more on this Robin business with Black Maria in the next chapter. That would be that's my most wanted thing right now for 1005. And because I'd like to know that Sanji is making his move somewhere. I think it would be smart for Oda to give us a little more of what's going on with Marco, because, you know, we have King, and he said that he was a little tied up, but he also seemed like confident enough to walk away and have a conversation while he was fighting Marco. So, you know, it's like, all right, I need some more context there. I definitely want to catch up with Jinbei and Who's Who. I'm glad we got some Frankie versus Sasuke, because that's my favorite fight going on right now, other than everything with Tama. After all of the Tama focus in this chapter, I don't know if Oda will continue that in the next chapter, although I'm here for it. But the idea would be we stay downstairs for enough time. We haven't seen what's up with Chopper. You know, I don't necessarily need to go back to Carrot and Wanda with Perospero just yet. But I did say in some review, I was like, I remember I was like, Oda, you can wait until 1005 for that. So if there is some Carrot Perospero stuff after, you know, nothing else, and I randomly off the cuff said that in one of my videos that it was going to come back in 1005, that would be kind of funny. I'd like to see what's going on with Chopper for sure. You know, especially considering, and a lot of people brought this up in the comments of my last video, that another way that these stones on the Go board can flip are by Chopper healing these beast pirates of Queen's Plague. You know, because they'll just switch their allegiance. And yeah, of course. Totally. So, you know, we could see that. Now, of course, you set up this stuff with Tama, you set this stuff up with Chopper, where now people are on our side, and eventually you kind of have to crush that, because we have to have that all is lost moment, because everything seems really good now, we have all these people on our side and everything like that. Something eventually is going to happen to stop that, and that could be Tama getting knocked out, and then her power, like Sugar, being removed. The Tamers. Good name.
Savage.
For the Diaper Fund. My brother's jealous of your figure collection, by the way. Thanks, Tamers. I appreciate the contribution to the Diaper Fund. My son appreciates it. And thanks for the compliment on the collection. You know, this has been a work in progress for a couple years now, and I love it. I love it. Every month I try to add a couple of pieces to it. Would love to hear your OP discussion with Ragnar. I'm down to collaborations. Ragnar and I have had some back and forths on Twitter before. He's popped into a couple of these lives, I've noticed. I'd be down. Hashtag carrot is filler. Oh, man. Oda's on vacation. Randy's writing OP now. Will Robin clone herself to take out all the eye people? Hey, I'm ready for all of it. I'm ready for Robin needs to do anything. Hey, I'm the king. How's it going, my guy? Welcome to the party. Who's that Pokemon at the end? I mean, so I've been saying this. I mean, it's either Hiyori or Toki, right? And I would love a scenario where it's Toki pretending to be Hiyori, and the way that we find out is because of the scar that was shown in the flashback. And that Toki has been there the whole time, but not to take away from Hiyori. Hiyori has been Hiyori. But Toki's been in the background, and now she's pretending to be her daughter. That would be fun. But the most likely thing is that it's just Hiyori. Shows up with Ami no Hapakiri. Now we have a little bit of, we have a sword in reserve in case we need it. But what'd you think of the chapter, man? Have I seen the live action Going Merry ship pic yet? Yeah, I did. I actually I shared it on Twitter. Now it's got Luffy's seat on it. We had talked about that in the video. Oh, and by the way, guys, I know everybody's been asking about live action part 4. I did record it. It's recorded. So it's more casting pics. I go through Baroque works and some other stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to take me a while to edit. I don't have as much time to put into it, and that's like a really extensive editing process, getting those clips of the actors, because I don't just want to name people, because I don't expect everybody to know these, a lot of these unknown actors or just character actors and things. I'm D King said it was a solid chapter, more updatey, but much needed info. I think it's chapter of the year, bro. I think it's, I don't know if you've been watching a lot of the, the videos lately or anything like that, but I caught 3 W's off of this. A lot of stuff I've been saying came through this chapter. Finally got Usopp shooting some dangos, got Tama doing Gifter Army. What was my other dub this chapter? There was another one. Well, I guess that Black Maria would want something to do with Robin, but all this Tama stuff. Oh yeah, the Tama having speed with her. Oh man, and then there's a great panel when they're actually shipping off to Onigashima. That's straight out of Momotaro right there. Yeah, so it's a lot of Tama action. So I gotta feed the agenda, right? Thanks for that, Tamers. Jim Phoenix, appreciate it.
Savage.
Should Luffy be able to split the sky with Kaido by the end of the arc to be considered a legitimate victory? I'm not going to recognize him as an emperor until I see him do that. Point blank, period. If he's supposed to stand on the same pedestal, if he's supposed to be on the same stage, to quote Aokiji from Marineford, it's too early for this stage. Shanks versus Whitebeard. Kaido versus Big Mom. The sky split open. I need fists going together, like Luffy and Lucci in the first chapter when they started fighting, and I need the sky to split open. That's when I'm going to say, all right, 5th Yonko confirmed. I'm already on board with him being the 5th Yonko. That's his 1.5 billion berry bounty right up there. But I need him to show and prove, for sure. Just saw what you said, Zach. I gotta check out your live now. I did have a field day, bro. I did. I had so much fun reading this chapter. I read the title and I lost it. Oh man. Whenever you hear a siren in the background, it's just confirmation that Randy's right again. I mean, that's just New York for you. I do tarot cards like Hawkins. That's how I predict the future. I have been reading OP for a very long time. Yep. Noah, welcome to the channel. Am I able to watch episodes 962 through 1004? Aren't we not at that yet? Confused on the question. That's how Grand Line Review put it. He's not Sky Splitter level. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see the Sky split, especially, with Luffy versus Blackbeard. But then again, I think it'd be great if Blackbeard wasn't Sky Splitter level and that he's just a fraud. No offense, Galaxy. I know you love the Zehaha, man. I mean, not to say that he's like a fraud. I'm saying, he's definitely strong with both of his powers, but I think that like his strength level may not be there, and that he's mostly like reliant on his fruits. Is where I'm going with that. How's Mars? Mars is great. He's doing great. We're having a lot of fun. Would the silhouette piss me off if it's Pedro? I think I'd go, what? Because it'd be, why would Pedro be the one showing up on Onigashima right there? The only way we're going to get Pedro to come back is if when they defeat Big Mom, like his soul, his 50 years that was taken, like goes back to his blown up corpse and he just wakes up. And I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. Leave my boy dead. I trained my observation hockey to another level. Katakuri seeing into a few seconds. I'm seeing a few weeks. Oh man, this is great, guys. This is I gotta bask in the glory a little bit here. I'm gonna go through a couple of my old videos and I'm gonna piece together how many times I've said I need some dangos to fly and make a little like compilation for the intro of the next video. Previously on Randy Troy, I need some dangos flying. Need some dangos flying. Let's get some dangos flying. Tom is gonna do this. Tom is gonna do this. Savage. This chapter was kind of mellow. Why fish? No way. No way. This chapter wasn't mellow at all. This chapter was hype. Most hype all year. Most hype all year. Oh, man. AJ, 45-minute video, 30 of it, Randy predictions coming true in this chapter. I'll also enjoy more savagery when Law is confirmed to be in Sword. Let's see. The prophecy is true. I don't expect King, Queen, and Jack to get tamed by Tama, but we'll see. Do I still feel the raid will fail? I think I still feel that it should. It's not that I feel that it will. I feel that it should. It's not about. There is a distinction between those two ideas. It's like when I read the chapters, I don't feel always that it will. There's a lot of stuff that Oda peppers into the arc and into the chapters that make me believe that they will come out of this. But there's a part of me that feels that that's not earned enough. So that's why I feel like it should and not that it will. There's a lot that says that we will actually finish here. And there's more evidence coming in every chapter that makes it seem possible that we can finish this year. But the problem is that the guys on the roof are not strong enough for this fight. And we still need that all as lost moments. So yes, I still feel that it should fail. And we can have a failure and still finish it here as well. There's a scenario where Luffy gets beaten, Zoro gets beaten, everybody gets beaten up top, and it really looks bad, right? But then, here comes the Revolutionary Army, here comes the Grand Fleet, someone has some way to heal Luffy, I don't know, Man Sherry is on a ship with Leo or something, there's like so many ways, so many sort of like ex machina type things to like have us lose but then also have us win, and there's a lot of ways that Oda can go, and I don't know exactly which door to go through yet. There's a lot of doors that are open, but which one to go through, I don't know. It's not as cut and dry as something like, okay, here's Tama's power, she's with Usopp and Nami, so or she's with Usopp, so she's totally going to start taming some people, and Usopp's going to take some dangos and start shooting things. This is just understanding the characters and understanding the situations that they're in and where Oda could go with the story it should go. There's too many variables with everything going on top, and there's too many pieces in play to make a broad thing like the raid will fail because XYZ. But rather, these smaller things are easier to sort of pinpoint. As we get more information in the coming chapters, we'll be able to make a distinction for that. If the act ends and we get more information from the Reverie, that's going to inform what's going to happen in Act 4, Act 5 of Wano. So Randy's outing himself as Oda officially. Yeah, I've been writing. Geez, I've been writing One Piece since I was 8 years old. It could be Zunisha showing up. I've talked about Zunisha before also, and I'd love to see Tama tame Zunisha. I think that what's more likely is that Tama will tame the mountain god, which is fun to talk about also because the episode just aired with the little boar, which will have now grown up into a big boar. That'd be fun. Hockey blooms during fights, but we're gonna need a huge bloom to handle these two emperors. I'm gonna look back in the chapter, see if there's anything else that I want to talk about. But I'm gonna try and end this by, before 3:00 here. Let's see. God, I love this chapter. We got the Gifter Army. We got Frankie, who's one of my favorite Straw Hats, fighting. This chapter was made for me. We got Usopp telling a lie, and that lie is that they have tamed everyone. Tama had like 3 god level, goat level lines. That's why I'm here to even the odds. Her power is useful. That's what Luffy said. That's what Luffy said immediately. Everyone follow my lead? Like, come on. Come on. If that's not Straw Hat material, I don't know what is. And she has more of a relationship with any of these Straw Hats than Carrot does. Jeez, I mean, even Frankie knew who Tama was. I don't know if Frankie knows who Carrot is. I know Zoro doesn't know who Carrot is. Yeah, the more I look at this eye girl, I keep thinking it's Robin because of the ponytail, because that's what Robin has for this arc. So, that's setting it up. And then there's also the ... there. So my initial thoughts on this are correct. And now that I'm looking at this also, Sanji looks over at Robin. And there's ... with a question mark. I missed this the first time. That is Robin. Confirmed. That's Robin. That's Robin. Yep. My initial instinct was correct, and on second read through, yes, that's Robin. Robin's already there. That's why he feels so confident in that scene that you shouldn't underestimate Nico Robin. Yeah. Look behind you. Yeah. It's going to be fun to do the video for this one. All right. I'm checking the chat one last time, and then we're gonna end the stream here. Do Dangos work on minks? I'd love to find out. But I doubt it. Tama ain't dying. Robin was with Brooke, and I believe that Brooke is still with Robin. Probably also wearing a eye mask. But yeah, could be a shadow clone. It's fun reading my fan-made chapter. There, foreign guy. Well, I'm glad everybody enjoyed this chapter of One Piece, brought to you by Randy Troy. Yep. I've been working on this chapter for a very long time. If you've been watching the channel for enough, you will have known that that this chapter was coming. I was warning you. I was warning all of you on the in my videos and on the channel that this was coming, that there would be some dangos flying, that there would be a gifter army. I've been trying to tell you it was coming, and I have finally delivered on my promise of a gifter army and the dangos flying. Hisatsu Kibi Dango Star, Chef's Kiss. Kami Anime S. Thank you, my friend. Let's get the Savage here.
Savage.
It's crazy how many people think the people on the rooftop would defeat Kaido and Big Mom with just hockey blooming. Yep. Those 2 years of experience in blooming themselves. Those two have years of experience in blooming themselves, exactly, and Kaido is stronger. Yeah, so there's a lot more involved to all of this. I really want them to, go off and really start teaching and learning everything, and there's so many members of the crew that need to learn hockey. Oh, man. Basanta. It's either Hiyori or Toki. I gotta end the stream here, but I will talk about it more in the video that I do, because I gotta go and I gotta help Chrissy out, so I gotta end the stream here. That new banner's coming. I gotta work on it. I tried putting it up, and I gotta adjust the size for it. TTK is coming, guys. This was just the first step for TTK. And even if it doesn't happen, we got the bare minimum of what we wanted. Tama tames Kaido's army. It is what it is. Alright. It's Wandy Troy week this week. Hashtag Wandy season. We're the Savage Pirates, guys. Savage Pirates. Yeah, so we're on break next week. I'm gonna try and get out the I'm gonna do the video for 1004, and then I'm gonna work on live action part 4. I don't know if I'm going to get it out in time before 1005 comes out, but, we'll see. And at some point, I'm going to try and do a late night stream. I've been talking about that for a little bit, just to connect with people that may be asleep during this time or at work or anything like that, and give other people an opportunity to, hang out. And whoever's here that also wants to hang out for that too, come on by. I'll, probably update it on the Discord, etc., etc. AJ.
Savage.
Thank you, my guy. You've been flexing on me so hard. I'm gonna make you a mod. Give Mars and your wife our best. Go have some dangos from the chat to celebrate. Yeah. Jerry Estelle, when it's edited, things are Time is precious right now. But I did film live action part 4, so it just has to be edited. Alright guys, I gotta run. This has been one of the most fun streams that we've had. This has been one of the most fun chapters to read alongside with everybody. Things are coming true, things are coming to fruition, things are happening. Alright? And thank you. I appreciate everybody that comes, hangs out, everybody that, you know, I appreciate. Thank you for coming and spending some time with me today. That is all for 1004. I hope to see you guys in the comments for the video that will be coming soon. And probably that stream next week.
Savage.